Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we are going to study together physical geography of North America. So this is your first topic in geography for term 3. So this is the do now activity. The question is, what information would you give someone so that they could find North America on the map? You can think about the directions that lead to North America on a world map, the shape of the country, what oceans is it surrounded with, which countries can I find in North America. So this is the do now question. For the learning intentions, to learn about the main physical features of the North American continent, to compare the physical features in North America to the physical features of the UAE, to describe the main physical features of North America in terms of altitude, size, extent, and topography. The success criteria: I can locate the North American continent on the map. I can locate and describe the main physical features of North America. I can compare between the physical features of North America to the physical features of the UAE. I can create a map of North America labeling the main physical features. We have the terms that are in front of you. I'll take you to the other page. So here we have the definitions of the terms that we have in this topic. An isthmus is a narrow piece of land between two bodies of water that connects two larger masses of land. And I will show you an example of the isthmus. Archipelagos, an island chain found in a body of water, most often an ocean. I will also give you an example of an archipelago. A continent is a large solid area of land. A continental divide is a naturally occurring boundary of or ridge separating a continent's river systems. And I will also show you an example of the continental divide. The plains are flat regions, and the glaciers are a large area of thick ice that remains frozen from one year to the next. What is a continent? The continent is a massive piece of land that is often separated from other areas by other areas of land by water or another feature such as mountains. These are all the continents that we have in the world. We have Oceania, we have Asia, Europe, Africa, Antarctica, South America, and North America. So North America, this is what we're going to study now. North America is a continent, and this continent is joined to the continent of South America by a narrow strip of land, which is called the isthmus. So this is an example for the isthmus, and the country on the isthmus is Panama. These are countries in North America. So we have Greenland, Canada, United States, Mexico, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Panama, and Costa Rica. This is the isthmus that we were talking about. This is Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, Belize, Guatemala, and El Salvador. And this is the archipelagos of North America. So we have the Caribbean islands, the Bahamas, Cuba, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Haiti, and other islands in the sea. So these are also part of North America, and we call them archipelagos because they are a chain of islands in the ocean. So here I have a challenge for you. If you can remember the countries of the continent of North America in 1 minute, you can try this at home. So we are focusing on United States and Canada. And why are we focusing on the United States and Canada? Because they are massive and huge pieces of land in North America. And here we have a map, a physical map of Canada and the United States and North America in general. So you can see in the map of on the key of the map, you have the elevation, the land elevation. So we can see a lot of mountains in the western part of North America. we can see a lot of plains in the eastern part of North America. And we have the Rocky Mountains and the western side. It goes from Alaska in the US until Mexico. The location of the United States. The United States and Canada are located in North America. To the east is the Atlantic Ocean. To the west is the Pacific Ocean, as you can see in the map. To the north, Canada borders the Arctic Ocean, while to the south, United States borders Mexico and the Gulf of Mexico. The United States also includes Hawaii and Alaska. The Rocky Mountains in the US and Canada. As you can see in the map, the Rocky Mountains start from is a chain of mountains from Alaska to the United States. So they extend about 3,000 miles along the western section of the continent, and it's the largest mountain system in North America. And the Rocky Mountains is what we call the Continental Divide. And why do we call it the Continental Divide? It's because the river systems on the Rocky Mountains, the boundary that separates the flow of the rivers to the ocean. So the flow of the rivers is on this mountain. Part of the river will flow to the west, and the other part will flow to the east because of the height of the mountains. So it changes or separates the flow of the rivers of to the ocean by the continental divide. In the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَأَلْقَى فِي الْأَرْضِ رَوَاسِيَ أَن تَمِيدَ بِكُمْ وَأَنْهَارًا وَسُبُلًا لَعَلَّكُمْ تَهْتَدُونَ. And He, Allah, placed mountains as anchors in the earth so that it may not shake along with you, and rivers and roads so you may find your way. So you can see a lot of verses in the Quran are mentioning the physical features around the world. So you can see the mountains, the rivers, and the roads we have on earth. And the Rocky Mountains are an example for the anchors that are keeping the earth from shaking with us, along with us. So this is the Continental Divide. On the east side of the Rockies, river flow to the Atlantic Ocean. So as I told you, part of the river system, part of it will flow to the Atlantic Ocean, the other will flow to the Arctic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico. On the west side of the Rockies, they flow to the Pacific Ocean. So it divides or it affects the river system, the flow of the river system. The Appalachian Mountains, they stretch about 1,600 miles, so they are on the eastern side of the country. But as we said before, if you remember, the Rocky Mountains extend about 3,000 miles, but the Appalachian Mountains stretch about 1,600 miles. They are known as the Laurentian Highlands in Canada. It's the second largest mountain system in North America. So the first largest mountain system is the Rocky Mountains. The second one is the Appalachian Mountains. Great Plains and Central Plains. As we said, plains are they are not highlands. Plain are just flat lands in the country. So between the Rockies and the Appalachians lies a huge plains area. And the plain area is the most suitable area for life because it's easy to get water and food on this part of the country. In Canada, they are called interior plains. This is what they call them in Canada. In the United States, they are called the Great Plains and the Central Plains. Much of this region has rich soil. So as I said, it's the most suitable area of the continent to live in because it has the rich soil. Farmers grow crops like soybeans, corn, wheat, and ranchers raise livestock. I have a challenge for you here. How many Emirates do Al Hajar Mountains go through? If you can see, this is a map. This is a physical map of the United Arab Emirates. So we have Al Hajar Mountains on the western side, on the eastern side of the country. So how many Emirates do Al Hajar Mountains go through? This is a challenge for you. And what are the Emirates that Al Hajar Mountains go? This is the same question. So, yeah, how many Emirates and what are the Emirates? How many Emirates do Al Hajar Mountains go through and the names of the Emirates? Here you have the map of the Emirates in the UAE. We have Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, Dubai, Ajman, Al Qiwain, Fujairah, and Ras Al Khaimah, the 7 Emirates. So you can look at the map here and compare it to the physical map here, and you can tell how many Emirates and what are the names of the Emirates. This is another physical map. It's very clear map for the physical features of the UAE. As you see, we have also the key of the map and we have the altitude of the areas. If we compare it to the map of the United States, we can see that we have more lowlands than we have more plains than what they have in United States. We have less mountains. We have a lot of areas on the sea level. As you can see, the blue color on the map, this is on the sea level. So our the physical features of the country of the UAE is a bit different to the physical features that is available in the United States. Special features of the USA, Sierra Nevada in California, the Death Valley in North America and the US. It's the hottest place in North America. The Cascades, the glaciers in Alaska. So here are some pictures for Sierra Nevada. As you can see how the physical features look like. This is the Death Valley. As you can see, it's a desert. And this is the Cascades. And here are the glaciers in Alaska. And as we say, the glaciers are, they are ice, as you remember. They stay for from one year to another. Special features of Canada, the Yukon, the Mount Logan, which is the highest peak in Canada, the Canadian Shield, and St. Lawrence lowlands. Those are special features of Canada. The major bodies of water, both United States and Canada, have important lakes and rivers. The Great Lakes, Lake Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, and Ontario, make up the world's largest freshwater lakes. As you can see on the maps, you can see the Great Lakes in North America. This is St. Lawrence River and Mississippi River. And Canada has two major rivers. Mackenzie River is the longest in Canada. This is your assignment. Your assignment is to create your own map of North America on scribblemaps.com. Label the main physical features on the map. And those are additional learning sources. I hope that the lesson was clear for you. And if you have any questions, please, you can send your teacher any question that you have, anything that was not clear for you. And we hope to see you in the online lesson, inshallah. Thank you all for listening.